This episode features the audio spoken word version of the December 2025 CEO newsletter, Connected Conversations. In this issue, a seasonal update from the CEO, Melanie Taddeo, a view from the Board of Directors from Steven Christianson, Impact Spotlight featuring contributions from Lilly, Cereghini, and Prateek Mohanty, Connect for Life's Day of Advocacy at Queen's Park in December 2025, an update on Connect for Life the podcast, how to donate during our annual holiday fundraiser, announcing Connect for Life the book, available soon on Amazon, and an update on our newest roster of programs coming in 2026. For more information or to subscribe to the written version of this newsletter, visit connectforlife.ca. This is the audio version of Connected Conversations, December edition. A message from the CEO. Season's greetings. As the holiday season is upon us and we prepare to wrap up another impactful year, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you. We kicked off December with a bang, celebrating Giving Tuesday and commemorating the United Nations International Day for Persons with Disabilities. These meaningful moments remind us why our mission matters and how powerful our collective efforts can be. December is always a special month at Connect for Life. It offers us the opportunity to complete this year's programs, reflect on the progress we've made, and begin planning for the year ahead. As we look back, we are filled with pride for the achievements of our students and clients, and deep appreciation for the unwavering support from our volunteers, donors, partners, and community members. Your dedication fuels our work and helps us create pathways for individuals of all abilities to thrive. As we move into a new year, we look forward to building on this momentum and continuing our mission with renewed purpose. Wishing you and your loved ones a joyful holiday season. May you find time to rest, reflect, and enjoy the company of family and friends. Celebrating each moment. For those of us on the board of directors, we sometimes ask the question, do we really have lives outside Connect for Life? You see, our working board of directors sometimes seems to spend more time volunteering for this organization than we do working in our day-to-day jobs. My job and life outside Connect for Life focus on running a company that helps people and organizations tell their stories through various media. But here's where our jobs and our lives overlap, blurring the volunteer work at Connect for Life and the stuff we do in our real jobs. Among the many projects we juggle, my company produces Connect for Life the podcast. This is a passion of ours, and it's something we enjoy putting in that extra special effort to make sure that each episode has something special. So much so that I end up listening to every second and every word spoken by Melanie, who is the host of the program, and the guests. And here's where the deeper value of giving and volunteering rise to the surface. Every guest and every episode gives listeners a nugget of inspiration, a lesson for the day, a true takeaway. We're not only producing this content, but I enjoy the privilege of learning from it. One guest in particular, during Season 3's Profiles in Advocacy, talked about living life with cystic fibrosis and how his practice of celebrating each moment, and sometimes doing so while volunteering for others, gives him enough gas in the engine to get through the day and beyond. It's the little victories that we often overlook, he explained, and his sharing of the practice which celebrates every moment that resonates with me. It also inspires the team at my company to continue embracing the value of volunteerism. The lessons offered by each guest and by Melanie herself in her Melanie Minutes invite listeners to reflect and become inspired. The irony in some ways is that we're a company that helps others tell their stories. thereby making an impact in some desired way. Yet we're the ones becoming inspired by the very content we produce and help promote. There's a lesson somewhere in here for all of us about the value of volunteering, of community, and of positivity. Maybe even one that shines particularly bright during this very special season in the year. Steven Christianson, Board Advisor, Government Relations. Impact Spotlight. Personal Growth and Gratitude. The following contributions by Lilly Cereghini and Prateek Mohanty reflect on their experiences as students and graduates in An Accessible Voice in Broadcasting. Lilly Cereghini, A Personal Story of Growth. My experience with Voices for Ability began with my master's degree internship, a program I found through a mutual contact. I was extremely lucky to learn of Connect for Life, as this organization was not only what I needed to fulfill my graduation requirement, but the people over the several months of my internship became like extended family to me. Through our mutual life experiences, interests, and hobbies, many of us formed relationships outside of work that continue to evolve, even into future work partnerships. My experience with Voices for Ability inspired me to become a better speaker, writer, and interviewer, and to expand my horizons into podcasting. Given that audio is my preferred form of media, I had already intended a career of this kind, but I had no direction or capability before my time with Voices. I am grateful not only for the much-needed experience, but also for the ability to meet and work with people who share my love of disability advocacy and media involvement. Working with Voices for Ability, a Connect for Life affiliate program, has helped me continue expanding my horizons and become more familiar with different disability cultures. My continued work with this charity forecasts even greater evolution in my future. Prateek Mohanty, Reflections from the Gratitude Journal. Here is how I would diarize my amazing experience with completing the 20-week course called An Accessible Voice in Broadcasting, offered by Connect for Life. The course is a hands-on radio broadcast course designed for individuals with disabilities in Canada. As 2025 comes to an end, I am grateful to end this year with heaps of self-belief to have learned a unique skill in today's world. To find, learn, and master broadcasting, a language. Frankly, neither I nor the people who know me until the summer of 2025 could have predicted the sheer volume, quantity, and quality of change this single course would have on me. From the time I raised my hand up, I was happily ready for the challenge to going back to school, although not in the physical sense, as the entire program was crafted to be conducted online via Zoom. The program was designed for students with disabilities, and in fact, it featured teachers with disabilities. Learning from Melanie Taddeo, our primary mentor and teacher for this course, was important because she is an individual who understands the students, our skills and shortcomings, and she agreed to invest her teaching skills, share her network, and spend her valuable time with us. Sean Picard, the station manager at V4A Radio, walked us through the intricacies of the various technology involved in today's radio world. We were a group of similarly disabled co-classmates with a huge range of individual ability and skills, and we had the opportunity to interact with professionals from the radio and television broadcasting industry. As a testament to the value of the program, I launched my very own YouTube channel and put up my very first video interview. I followed that swiftly with an audio podcast launched on Spotify. Frankly, I was amazed at my own ability to make this dream come true. As a mentally disabled person for 7+ years, I was not expected to have gotten this far. When I received the course completion certificate, I could detect a tiny and yet important mistake in the script, at least for me. Instead of stating that I graduated on such and such a date, maybe it should have read, Certificate of Achievement. This is to certify that Prateek Mohanty has found himself on October 8, 2025. From that day on, I had grown up in my own eyes, and that is why today I can proudly call myself a volunteer at V4A Radio, Canada's only internet radio station by, for, and about people with disabilities. assisting the team to manage their music portfolio, as well as occasionally assisting and filling in as an interviewer during this weekly community partner show. I am happily able to multitask by running my private YouTube and Spotify channels, all the while playing my favorite role as a devout father of two beautiful young girls and partnering this duty with my co-conspirator, their mom, and my wife. Annual holiday outreach at Queen's Park. This month I had the pleasure of visiting Queen's Park with a few of our wonderful board members, Stephen, Victoria, Peter, and Sean from Voices for Ability. Our annual holiday visit is something I always look forward to, as it gives us the opportunity to connect directly with many of our MPPs and share our warm season's greetings. We were fortunate to enjoy some fantastic photo opportunities with MPPs from all political parties, while engaging in meaningful conversations about the work we do and the importance of accessibility and inclusion for people of all abilities. It is always inspiring to sit in on a session of the House and hear firsthand the important work of our elected officials and what they're doing in our province. Visits like this remind us of the power of connection, collaboration, and community. I am grateful to our board members, as well as Sean, as V4A radio station manager, for representing Connect for Life with such pride and passion, and I look forward to the continued relationships that help move our mission forward. Are you listening? Season 3 of Connect for Life, the podcast, is officially underway, and it's already shaping up to be one of our most inspiring seasons yet. This season focuses on profiles in advocacy, which gives us the opportunity to sit down with leaders, change-makers, and passionate advocates who are making a real difference in our communities. From Warren Rupnarain to Chris McLeod and Ben Akuwako, as well as many more voices to come in the new year, such as Maureen Hahn and Dan Walters. Each conversation highlights the diverse voices and forms of advocacy. We even featured a special episode wherein we celebrated the United Nations International Day for Persons with Disabilities on December 3rd by hosting a panel discussion we called Solution Fest. The conversation was our opportunity to reflect on the UN's disability inclusion strategy from a Canadian perspective, and to offer solutions to some of the challenges faced by people with disabilities worldwide. What I love most about these episodes is how openly our guests share their journeys, the challenges, the triumphs, and the moments that shape their desire to create change. You'll also notice a few Melanie minutes sprinkled throughout the season, where I take a moment to reflect, offer insight, and share what advocacy means to me from my perspective as CEO. I encourage you to tune in, to be inspired, and to share these stories with your networks. You can find Connect for Life, the podcast, on all major podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and many more. Your donation makes a difference. The holiday season truly is the season of giving, a time when we pause to reflect on the year behind us and consider the impact we can make moving forward. At Connect for Life, this season reminds us of the incredible strength and generosity within our community. As we launch our holiday fundraiser, I invite you to join and help us continue building pathways for individuals with disabilities to learn, grow, and thrive. Your support directly fuels our Skills Development Training Hubs, where students gain life-changing skills, confidence, and opportunities to set them on a path toward independence and meaningful participation in their communities. Every donation, big and small, helps us expand our programs, reach more learners, and ensure that accessibility and inclusion remain at the heart of everything we do. When you give, you aren't just supporting a program. You're helping create futures filled with possibilities. So thank you for your continued support. Wishing you and your loved ones a joyful, peaceful holiday season. Consider donating now through the Canada Helps fundraiser at canadahelps.org. Connecting Possibilities, the story of Connect for Life. We thought the story was so good we'd turn it into a book. The story of Connect for Life will soon be available on Amazon at an affordable price, particularly given the wealth of knowledge we pack into this publication. From understanding how to start and build a nonprofit in Canada to learning about advocacy, volunteerism, and the meaning of community. The following excerpt is taken from the description on the back of the book, available on Amazon. 10 years in the making, Connecting Possibilities, the Story of Connect for Life, is Melanie Taddeo's newest publication about the charity she created in 2014. It begins with the author's personal journey wherein she shares her experience of losing her sight, but gaining a vision she never knew she had, and turning adversity into advocacy by creating Connect for Life, Canada's only charity of its kind that delivers programs and services to people with disabilities. Beyond the compelling narrative of her personal journey, Melanie shares with readers the challenges and steps involved in creating a registered charity from scratch, developing programs and services for people with disabilities that didn't overlap those already offered by other organizations, and turning a vision for a more inclusive world into an organization that today operates in 2 countries, communicates globally through an internet radio station and a podcast, and is accredited by the United Nations in matters related to disability. Connecting Possibilities, the Story of Connect for Life, is published by Henley Point and will be available for purchase at an Amazon global marketplace near you this coming January. Connect for Life's upcoming programs in 2026. We are so excited to share a sneak peek of what's coming in 2026. At Connect for Life, our programs continue to grow, evolve, and respond to the needs of our community. Next year, we're thrilled to offer a dynamic lineup that includes Skills for Life, Connect for Wellness, an accessible voice in broadcasting, financial literacy, and introduction to public speaking. Each of these programs is designed to empower individuals of all abilities with confidence, practical skills, and opportunities for personal and professional growth. We're also preparing to launch several new programs in the new year. Fresh, innovative offerings that will further expand access to education and skills development. More opportunities will be shared soon, and we can't wait for you to see what's coming. Registration for the 2026 programs will officially open on our website in January. Stay tuned, check our site often, and be sure to follow us on all social media platforms for the latest updates. Together, we're building pathways for learning, leadership, and lifelong success. It's all about connecting. As we close out the year, I've been reflecting on the importance of connection, not just within our community, but across Canada, as we work toward building a future where everyone has a place to call home. This month, I had the opportunity to reach out to several Canadian housing organizations to learn about the incredible work they're doing to make housing more affordable for families, newcomers, seniors, and individuals with disabilities. What stood out most in these conversations was the shared dedication to creating solutions that are sustainable, community-focused, and people-centered. Yet, as we continue this journey, there is still important work to do. Especially when it comes to accessibility. Affordable housing must also be accessible housing. That's why I'm looking forward to building stronger partnerships in the new year. Together we can help ensure that accessibility is not just an afterthought, but a foundation, integrated into housing design, policy, development, and long-term planning. Connection is the first step, and collaboration is the path forward. I'm excited to continue these conversations and work alongside dedicated partners to strengthen accessibility for Canadians from coast to coast. Thank you for being a part of the Connect for Life journey. Your ongoing support helps us continue to change lives, one skill at a time. We look forward to sharing more updates and successes with you in the months ahead. Together we are connecting possibilities and creating lasting impact. Call me anytime at 647-454-1252 if you have any questions or want to join our team. You can also email me at melanie@connectforlife.ca. Enjoy a warm, safe, and happy holiday season. Until next time, Melanie Taddeo. President and CEO.
You have been listening to Connect for Life, the podcast. Connect for Life is a Canadian-based registered charity committed to eliminating barriers for people with disabilities. Visit connectforlife.ca and join us in helping people with disabilities become the champions of their growth stories.